Carlos Alcaraz is fresh off a French Open Championship victory. Now that we're through the midway point of the year, let's give Alcaraz a letter grade. What's up, everybody? It's John Eric Pohl. I continue to hand out letter grades for the top players on the ATP Tour. Of course, if you guys follow along on this channel, you know that we already went through Daniil Medvedev and Alexander Zverev. Both of those players were given Bs. I did say Zverev might be a little harsh. You might be able to give him a B+. Now today, we look at Carlos Alcaraz, and he's getting the letter grade of an A. Probably as expected. And just like I did with Zverev, where I said you can make the case to give him a B+, you could definitely make the case to give Alcaraz an A+. It's been a very good 2024 so far. He gets the year started by losing in the quarterfinals of the Australian Open to Alexander Zverev. At the time, that looked like a little bit of an upset, but Zverev's having obviously a very good 2024 as well. And then Alcaraz responds very nicely from that Australian Open defeat. He goes on to win Indian Wells, and obviously that's one of the best events on tour. It's a lot of players' favorite events on tour. It has a lot of hype around it, and Alcaraz gets that done by beating Medvedev in the finals of that one. Now, we also learned this year, too, that Alcaraz, this is something that's very fun for all the tennis fans out there, Netflix is following Alcaraz around. It started with this exhibition against Rafa Nadal in Las Vegas, and that's going to be how the Netflix documentary gets started out before it obviously follows him along the rest of the way. We just saw what happened this clay season was going to make for great television. Alcaraz started off his clay season by getting banged up and injured, and there was a little bit of concern there. He's obviously able to dig down deep and get it done in the French Open. Had a great tournament at Roland Garros. He wins a 5-set thriller against Jannik Sinner, the now new world number one, then goes on to beat Zverev in the finals in another 5-set thriller. He's playing very well right now, and you have to really like his chances of definitely making the final letter grade of the year being an A+, because we have the Wimbledon Championships coming up. He's a defending champion at Wimbledon. He's absolutely going to be the favorite going into this year's Wimbledon, just based off of how he won it last year, and he's coming off a French Open Championship victory. And then obviously you have the US Open later in the year, another tournament that he's already won. And let's remember that Alcaraz, too, perfect 3-0 in finals, and the youngest player to claim major championships on clay, grass, and hard courts. The kid is absolutely incredible. The next wave of tennis is definitely upon us here with him and Jannik Sinner. It's going to be a great rivalry for years and years to come. And of course, right now it's looking like there might be a changing here, a passing of the torch, if you will, with Carlos Alcaraz being the new face of men's tennis, because this kid is absolutely incredible. Netflix is going to love having him on board here. It's going to be a great documentary here as we follow along the rest of the year. So Carlos Alcaraz, letter grade at the midway point of 2024 is an A.